Hello and welcome to this first lecture of a new section on data-driven decision making in this course, Agile HR. So in this section, we will help you learn how to implement data-driven decision making. Now, and we will begin with three things, and one of them is how to leverage the HR data that you have already. So, any thoughts on how to implement data-driven decision making? Any thoughts? So first thing what you need to do is to use analytics and data from your HR systems to make informed decision. Say for example, analyze data on employee engagement, retention rates and performance metrics to understand areas where agile HR can improve outcomes. Second, you need to regularly track KPIs, key performance indicators related to HR functions. And these KPIs could be time to hire, employee engagement, retention rates. And then once you track these KPIs, then you need to adjust the processes based on data insights. Now, last thing you can do that as we want to talk in this is to encourage a culture of ongoing measurement and improvement, continuous improvement. After each sprint or project, gather data and feedback and use it to make incremental changes in your HR processes. So that's how you can implement data-driven decision making. Let's take a look at how to leverage HR data in more detail. So how do you think you can leverage HR data to make a data-driven decision? So, using analytics and data from your HR systems can significantly improve decision making within your organization. Now, to do that, what you need to do is to start gathering data from multiple HR sources that you have. Use data from HR information system that you have like Workday, SAP SuccessFactor or ADP or anything else that you have to collect comprehensive employee data. Collect the comprehensive employee data. Then combine this data with the data from performance management tools, learning management systems, engagement surveys, and recruitment software or anything else. Whole idea is to combine all the data with the data that you have. So put all your data together in one place and combine them. Now, say for example, what would this look like? So the data points like turnover rates, performance reviews, and training completion rates and employee engagement scores will provide a holistic view of your workforce trends. So once you put this together by employee, by groups of employee, you start seeing some trends coming up. So that's how you can start by using the data and analytics from HR systems to start making informed decisions. The next thing would be to identify key metrics and KPI. You can't do everything all the time, right? So focus on metrics that align with both HR and broader business goals. So key metrics and KPI, and such metrics could be like employee turnover and retention that can help you understand why employees leave and then address the retention issues. Time to hire could be another KPI where you can analyze recruitment timelines to identify bottlenecks. Training effectiveness could be another one with tracking which you can learn how the learning impacts performance over time. And employee engagement is another important key metrics or KPI where measuring such levels you can predict the productivity or dissatisfaction or satisfaction and even the turnover rates. Say, for example, a company looking to reduce turnover might focus on voluntary turnover rate, engagement scores, and exit interview feedback to identify the root cause of attrition and then accordingly take actions. Leverage predictive analytics, use predictive models like turnover prediction to identify which employees are at the risk of leaving at the base based on historical data like job satisfaction, tenure, performance reviews, or promotion history, or anything else that is important in your modeling. Then you can also use performance predictions. You can identify high potential employees by analyzing key indicators like historical performance, project outcomes, and learning data. Say, for example, HR data showing a pattern of declining engagement scores and missing training sessions may flag certain employees as high potential flight risk. And there you need to then intervene as an HR person. So that's how you can leverage the predictive analytics. Drive data back recruitment decisions, improve sourcing and selection by using analytics to identify which recruitment boards, resources like job boards, uh, uh, referrals, LinkedIn yield the best candidates. Track recruitment KPIs like time to fill, cost per hire, and quality of hire, and analyze customer feedback to improve recruitment processes, optimizing for faster and better quality hire. To give you an example, that your data might reveal that the candidates sourced through LinkedIn have higher success rates compared to job boards. And that can, if you are following job boards, not LinkedIn, can prompt a shift in the sourcing strategy, right? So that's how you can make a data-backed recruitment decision. Then you can improve learning and development by using data-backed decisions. So track learning progress, analyze completion rates, course feedback, and assessment scores from your LMS to measure the effectiveness of the training programs. Link learning to performance by correlating the learning data with performance evaluations to assess whether the training is positively impacting employee performance, because that is the ultimate purpose of the learning, isn't it? Say, to give you an example again, if a cohort of employees who took a leadership course consistently receive better performance reviews, it indicates the program is effective, right? Monitor employee engagement and well-being. Regularly collect data through engagement surveys, from employee engagement surveys, pulse surveys, or 360-degree feedback sessions, and use AI-powered tools to conduct sentiment analysis on open-ended responses or internal communication to gauge employee sentiment and identify areas of concern. Example, engagement data might show a sharp decline in satisfaction with remote working policies. That should prompt you and your leadership to reevaluate those policies. So monitor employee engagement and well-being. Optimize compensation and benefits. Analyze compensation data to ensure pay equity, detect pay gaps, and remain competitive in the market. Track how compensation changes can impact or impacting your employee retention. Use analytics to assess the utilization and value of benefits such as healthcare, retirement plans, or wellness programs, optimizing offerings based on usage. Another example could be to see that your data might show that the younger employees prefer wellness stipends while older employees value robust healthcare plans. And this should allow you to make tailored benefit packages. So that's how you can optimize compensation and benefits. Streamline performance management, uh, analyze performance reviews, productivity matrices, and goal completion rates to identify top performance and those needing development. Use data to detect patterns in performance reviews that could indicate unconscious bias, and there then you can ensure a fair and equitable performance management process. Say, give you an example again, if the women in certain department consistently receive lower performance scores than men, it might highlight a need for a bias training or process changes. Measure and improve diversity and inclusion. Track diversity statistics in hiring, promotions, and pay across gender, ethnicity, age, etc. And inclusion analytics use sentiment analysis from employee feedback to understand how inclusive the workplace feels for underrepresented group. And if your data shows a lack of diversity at senior levels, The company may implement targeted leadership development program for diverse employees. Create dashboards for real-time insights. Use tools like Power BI, Tableau, or Google Data Studio to create interactive dashboards that display key HR metrics in real time. And these dashboards could provide leaders with up-to-date information to make informed decisions quickly. HR teams can build customer reports based on the needs of the specific business units, tracking matrices like absenteeism, performance trends, and retention risk. And a manager can access a dashboard showing real-time data on team performance, engagement levels, and upcoming training deadlines, and help make better decisions. Analyze workforce data to predict future needs for staffing, skills, and role. There, to do that, you need to combine the business forecast with the workforce trends to create a proactive talent strategy. You can do scenario planning by using data modeling to run what if scenarios or situations and plan for workforce changes, such as if there are changes like new product launches, geographical expansion, or reorganizations, you can plan for them. And for example, if the data shows a spike in retirement eligible employees in critical roles, you as an HR can then plan succession and training initiatives to avoid skill shortages at that level. So that's how you can use data driven workforce planning. While doing all that data usage, ensure data privacy and compliance. Ensure that the HR data use adheres to privacy regulations like GDPR or CCPA. Only collect necessary data and anonymize sensitive information where possible and needed. Implement strong data governance practices, encrypt sensitive HR data, and ensure that only authorized personnel have access to such data. So, to conclude, using analytics and data from HR systems can lead to more informed decision making, improving recruitment, engagement, retention, and overall business alignment. By leveraging data to measure key matrices, conducting predictive analytics, and improving processes, HR leaders can drive significant value across the organization while staying compliant and focused on employee well-being. So what do we do next? Having looked at how to leverage the HR data, we look at how to track progresses to implement data-driven decision making in more detail in the next lecture. So thank you so much for watching this first lecture on data-driven decision making. I hope you are continuing to learn new things, continuing to enjoy. And I do look forward to see you again in the next lecture. Please feel free to message me if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer your questions, and do download the PDF file to take a look at anything that you need to.